Daniel, this is going to be an interesting talk, I think. Gestures and what we're doing about gesture control for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your role is sort of research and development manager for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head of R&D for
Head of
the
R&D.
gesture part.
How long have you had that role?
So I've started here just over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you like the challenge?
I do enjoy it. It's one of the things that I enjoy about this job here. There's a lot of technical challenges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting and intriguing,
Yeah.
and very competent colleagues to help out and solve those challenges.
Yeah, we interviewed Joachim Nydemark just 2 days ago, and he was talking about that he had a vision, which I guess some other people have as well, that in the future, the mobile phone will not be the central personal device. It will actually be smart glasses. He believed that will be the device that you have. Do you share that vision?
I think it can become something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's quite far away at this time.
Yeah.
I think to get all of that technology into something this small that people will wear all the time. It's definitely going towards that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joachim was talking about stages, that it will be mobile phone and glasses, like a tethered solution, and that it will go in steps, really.
Yeah.
Do you see that in the market? Is that what's is happening?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of talk about 5G, for example, that will solve some of these technical challenges.
This is how you have cloud computing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Sort of communicating with what? Your phone or your glasses?
It could be
either.
It will be both or either. Yeah. So the glasses could actually offload a lot of the computations and things that typically happens on your device into the cloud or on the edge, as you say. It's actually not goes to a server. It maybe happens very, very close to the 5G station. Edge
so there's some distributed computing at the base station itself.
Exactly. Like,
interesting.
Edge computing,
Edge computing, Is that one of the new things in 5G sort of?
So that is like very heavy computations can be done extremely fast, and with the low latency of 5G, it can actually be done in real time.
Yeah. Yes. When will we start seeing those 5G networks? Are they being rolled out now? And I know in some markets they are. But say if we start Sweden, do we have?
They are being deployed, and then but it's an adaptation period. There's a few phones with 5G support, but it will continue to grow and grow as. But it will take years before we have
a full 5G
adaptation.
Okay. Yeah. And that development, I guess, then that would help us, because then you will have a better form factor or a lighter form factor for, say, smart glasses. I think that's an enabler for those type of products. To be much more slim. We will work with the technology that is here now, which is more what you were talking about, like tethered devices. The initial consumer devices we will see will probably be tethered to your phone, either with some Wi-Fi technology, 5G or something. But probably the main computing is going to be on the phone or on the actual glasses itself. Yeah, I spoke to a guy. Was probably a month ago, and you might have followed up on that call because he was working for a UK company, and they were developing applications and services for 5G networks. You know, they are selling 5G networks into the market. There are some operators are heavily buying that, but they don't really know what to do with it. They bought 5G capacity, but the applications are a little bit behind. My question to you would be, could we approach, say, like Ericsson and say that, hey, we have the killer application for 5G networks, and that might be some AR smart glasses. Could we work with Ericsson to be a partner with them and have that as an application that they should push out to their operators, and that will be a way out in the market?
I think what we're going to focus on is the technology for gesture control.
Sure.
So and that can be done on the edge, on the 5G stations.
Yeah.
So the neural networks that we're producing, that will recognize the hands, that would allow you to control your AR glasses.
Yeah.
That type of computing can be done on the edge stations.
Yeah.
When we're there and
Sure.
when the products are there.
Yeah. Yeah. So it
sure.
could be it because I know it was a real problem because it's such an investment into a new generation of mobile networks, and they are, I think, very actively looking at, okay, we need what are we going to, what's going to drive in a way the adaptation of these new networks. So I think they are on the lookout. So, but well, I know that's not, we just have a piece of the puzzle here. Yeah, we don't have the entire solution, but maybe our piece is, if we gain from it, we can be part of some effort. Let's go into a little bit what we do, because I think it is kind of interesting. There's a lot of we have all these buzzwords. We have a machine learning, we have neural networks, we have AI, and AR as well, sort of in some sort of mix. Would it be possible to explain a little bit how on earth can we, as a small company, work on all these technologies, and what do we actually do with all these in all these areas?
All right, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
So AR, augmented reality, is basically like placing virtual objects or virtual UI in front of your eyes that exists in the real world. Yeah. But only you can see it.
Yeah. Through some smart glasses.
Some type of smart glasses or some technology like that. Mm-hmm. So that is the technology. That technology is what we're providing our solution to enable the user to interact with those type of virtual objects. Yeah. So the way we do that is we analyze images using machine learning and AI to figure out what the user is doing, to find the position of the hand, find the position of the fingers, and map that with the virtual objects that the user sees through his glasses. Yeah.
So you basically, machine learning is teaching the machine. You're learning, or the machine is learning something. The machine is understanding how to understand that this is a hand and this is the pose it's doing. That is what we are teaching the machine, really. That's the machine learning going on here.
That's the machine learning. We're training algorithms so they can recognize hands and feed that back to the technology, so it becomes a means of interaction with the hardware, rather than pushing buttons or having a control.
And those algorithms, these are neural networks, which I guess neural is it's a little bit mimicking how the brain works, isn't it?
So neural networks, exactly, is the technology that we're using. Like the neural networks are built up like the brain. So you feed in images, and these neural networks are trained to figure out what is important in this image and filter that out and output some easy some details that we can then build the technology on. So a big challenge with this is that you need a lot of data in order to do this. So that is one of the big challenges that we have in front of us, is to collect significant amount of data from these different type of
for the
sensors.
training.
So we can train our algorithms
Yeah.
to properly recognize hands and gestures
Yeah.
on different type of hardware.
Yeah, and I understood that we're world class in 2-dimensional models, but we're gonna add 3-dimensional. We can do some level of 3-dimensional, but we have to be better to understand depth. And also some sort of skeleton model, understanding exactly the hand. Would you say is that what your team is actively working on right now?
Yeah. So in the past we've focused a lot of enterprise, and those type of AR glasses are quite limited in hardware capacity, and typically you have a single screen.
Yeah.
So for those type of products, we have up until now been focused on just 2D, like mimicking a mouse pointer basically to interact
in 2-dimension. Yeah,
in 2-dimension to interact with a 2-dimensional UI.
And that is to menu choices and things like that. So to basically control the device.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and now we see that the consumer devices will be. They are not here yet. There are some prototypes, there are some products on the market, but they're not super user friendly yet. But they are coming. So what we're focusing on now is providing our technology to those type of products, and that will be more of a 3-dimensional type of interaction.
Yeah.
So that is.
And I guess I remember you were in the Silicon Valley a year ago and talked to one of the big tech companies there, and I think what we learned from that, at least what I took when you came home, was that I think the guy said, my mother, who is 75, she needs to be able to control this device, and we can't train her.
Yeah.
You can teach someone who works in logistics with industrial glasses. You can teach them what to do, but now if we talk about a mass market, you cannot expect to train every single person. It has to be so intuitive, and it has to be work no matter sort of how they make their pose, and that's another challenge, isn't it, compared to what we have had for industrial glasses?
Yeah, for the industrial, there is a little bit of like the glasses themselves are new, for example.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a threshold there to get over with the buttons, with the interaction, everything. But yeah, for consumer glasses, you're absolutely right. It needs to be very, very intuitive, very easy to use, just like a touch screen.
You take it on, and then it's sort of...
You just figure it out.
You figure it out, because we can't expect them to read manuals and go on training courses. Then it won't fly then. It has to be, it must be that easy. So, and then I guess, since we can't train them, how you would actually hold your hand will be not as... it will be not as limited. You will have to be able to train your algorithms to expect more poses. Yeah, meaning the same thing.
Yeah, so the technology will be, so if you see a virtual object in front of you, you can just reach out and grab it as you would do if it was a physical object.
Yeah.
And you can interact with objects just as if they were a physical object.
Yeah.
What you will miss is of course the tactile feeling, but they will be there where you virtually see them. You can reach out and grab them.
Yeah.
It must be that easy.
Yeah. How big is your team, Daniel?
So we have about 10 people that is completely focused on solving this task.
Yeah. And they are quite brainy people, I guess.
Yeah, so we have a very very diverse team in that we have people who are experts in AI. We have great software developers, people who are working with data collection and data management. So we have I think we have a very good pipeline for doing like very good machine learning algorithms.
Yeah. How do you feel about since I came in and sort of well, I've been here for a long time, but since I came as a CEO, I'm sort of pulling the company now towards more mobile payments, and I'm trying to I shouldn't say lock you up in a room, but I'm trying to shield you a little bit, that let you work on the challenge that you need to do without being disturbed too much about smaller I don't know, AI services or smaller things. Is that a good thing, do you think? That you need that peace and quiet?
I think that is very good for innovation.
Yeah.
We have a very clear picture of what we're trying to achieve for these consumer products, and the team is now 100% focused on reaching that goal.
Yeah.
So
is it?
I know peace and quiet is very good.
Okay.
For innovation.
A little bit like we've had it on the proximity side, because I think I know when I interviewed Christian, he was saying that we've been like shielded for a while, and that has been good for us.
Yeah.
Because we were able to, without too much disturbance, actually take the product quite far. And I guess you are witnessing that is a useful thing if you're really going to take another leap in a product.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps with being productive and reaching the goals faster.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you leading the whole team, because there are so many disciplines. How on earth could you be trained on all this, Daniel? What sort of planet do you come from?
So I'm not trained in all these disciplines.
Yeah.
But we have a very competent team that knows a lot of different technologies and different software, and we're of course leveraging all of that knowledge to drive everyone forward and drive the technology forward.
Yeah.
So
you're the coordinator a little bit of that whole knowledge base that you have with all your experts. Would you say that sort of, or?
Definitely, yeah. So I'm coordinating, but without the team, I wouldn't be.
No. You need the workers or the experts really here as well, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. Putting these smart people together and making them work efficiently, I think that's the key to.
How's the team spirit right now? Would you say how's the team feeling?
I think the team is feeling very good right now. There is a lot of new technical challenges, and that is what really drives a lot.
That
of
excites
these,
them.
Yeah. It's exciting and it's fun, and it makes people engaged when there's new fun challenges to be solved.
Yeah. If you want to look ahead in the future a little bit, the challenge ahead now to make more of this consumer-oriented product, 3D, understanding and skeleton. It's a lot of things here. Is that next month, or is it next year, or is it in 5 years? So when are we sort of? I guess there are milestones along the way, but could you comment anything on the roadmap ahead of us?
So if we look at the products that we are targeting, so we are seeing the first products for consumer like shipping this year, and there will be multiple products.
Where are they out of US or out of China, or?
So the first ones, I think both the US and the China, both US and China is big on this type of products.
Yeah.
So we will see products coming from both of them.
Are they any of the partners that we worked with for a while? We have LL Vision in China, we have Vuzich in the US, and is any of those going for consumer glasses, or are there new entrants that are coming up doing these consumer glasses?
Yeah, so it's both. Okay. I think these old players, they will go into consumer space as well, but we are seeing a lot of new players and phone manufacturers are going into this space.
Phone manufacturers, interesting.
Yes. So they've been working in this field for quite some time, and they have the money and the resources to investigate.
When you're saying phone manufacturer, is that Apple then, or is it Google with their or what phone manufacturer is it? Oppo or who are we talking about?
I think most of them, to be honest, are working on,
because they see that if these glasses going to take over, they need to be there. Otherwise, they are sitting on old technology that will not be so central anymore.
Yeah.
So they are investing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're investing in the future, and they are investing in this type of technology.
Yeah.
We will see some products coming out this year, more interesting products coming out the year after that, and we will be there to target and provide our technology to this type of products.
Are they aware that we are we do have quite an interesting solution gesture-wise for the type of problem that they are trying to sell?
Absolutely. We have a lot of like close connections with these companies and have been providing technology to them in the past, and
so we have that dialogue.
So we have a very good dialogue with these companies.
They won't be they will know where to call if they are having a problem around they want to solve gesture control for their product, then they know we are one of the players that can deliver that.
I think Crunchfish comes high on the list when
top of mind for them.
Exactly, when you need to solve those type of issues.
No, I think it's been great. Daniel, I think you have a great team. I think you're doing a great job keeping this, really leading edge type of things together. I'm glad. I wasn't really worried because I've talked to you a little bit in the past, given that we are now focused more on the fintech side. I actually thought that you would see this as a plus, because you can work more in, as you said, in a more of a shielded environment to bring the product to the next level, and that is going to be helpful to actually deliver.
I think so. Yeah, it's very exciting to see the stuff that is happening on the fintech side. We have a lot of things in the roadmap that will be very exciting as well.
I have one idea. Because we are this is a little bit futuristic maybe, but we are saying we do mobile payments, and that is payments with a mobile phone. If you come into a store, you use your mobile phone. At the same time, we are saying that we are moving towards AR glasses instead of a mobile phone. Could we see then basically that payments in the future will actually be made not with a mobile phone, but actually with smart glasses instead?
I think this technology will grow into these other gadgets, just as we've seen the smartwatch has been like complementing the phone for a while. The AR glasses will be there now to kind of take that role on as we go. So definitely, as soon as they're competent enough, and they will be, the payments will be done through the glasses.
So maybe, right now we've just announced that we're going to separate that. We have one subsidiary for proximity and one for gesture interaction, which I think is wise to do. But Crunchfish as a whole might actually sit with two quite complementing problem, even for mobile payments. Both will actually play a role there.
I think so. It's very exciting technology that we're working with here.
No, let's look forward to that in the future. Thanks a lot, Daniel.
Thanks, Joachim.
Thanks.